Hey guys, so I thought I'd do kind of an impromptu review of 89 Redstone from 2016. I watched it off of Comcast On Demand earlier. I was looking for a horror movie to watch, and yeah, it's basically it's about uh, this reality TV show. They specialize in home makeovers, house flipping, things like that. It's called Mastering Disaster or Mastering Disasters, something like that. But so they go to this house in Detroit and they want to fix it, make it so it can be sold, kind of thing. So they do that, but they find out that there's strange things going on. That, it's definitely a haunted house, which is implied throughout the movie and uh, depicted throughout the movie as well. And it starts out kind of slow in that regard. Like at first, Daryl, he's like the main guy with his crew, and then his daughter Rebecca. They don't know the history of the house, so they go in. The thing is, it's a regular house, in a very I guess you could kind of say a neighborhood that's seen better days. So they start off with looking around, figuring out what they can fix so they can sell it. And so you have people of the crew who are cameramen. There's two camera guys, and then I think the others are mainly specialized in remodeling and things like that, doing carpenter type of roles. And so, they start to look around, start to work on the house, but things happen where one of the guys, I think looks like he fall through the floorboards, or, yeah. And then another guy, he actually ends up with his foot on a plank that has nails in it. So those things kind of, it only gets worse from there for the crew and Daryl and Rebecca. And I like the build up to the terror, the horror that is experienced by the characters. Because, like I said, it starts out slow, and you can kind of see that the characters are developing relationships, like Robert's daughter, or Daryl's daughter, dang it, Rebecca, develops a relationship with Aaron, and you just kind of see that play out, and you can kind of see how close Daryl and Rebecca are, and that is because of the fact that the mother died, and that kind of made the relationship closer, kind of thing. And I like that they had a closer relationship, because you feel for them when things happened, and strange things happen to Rebecca, and like she's brushing her hair, and her hair starts to come out. And at first, like, I didn't know what was going to happen to her. Like, it shows you at the end. I'm not going to spoil that part. But, like, my theory, like, like I said, she has things happen to her. But at first, like, you're not really sure what her connection with the house is, because she sees the previous person who lived there. He was an architect who made the houses. Albert Vent, I believe his name was, and she's like the only person in the movie that can see him, which I assume is an apparition of him, and it's like he wanted her to have a connection with the house, even though she wasn't aware of that in the first place. And I thought that was interesting because, I mean, yeah, she does have things happen to her, but that's kind of his way of luring her in. So, not something I was expecting to, I was curious to see how that played out, because I thought she was just going to have things happen to her, but there was no other side to that coin. you know. But you do kind of learn in the ending why the connection is there. I'm not going to spoil it, but she does meet this old man. He lives in that neighborhood, and he says, "Oh, don't go to 8989 Redstone. Leave the place," kind of thing. But she deals with a relationship with him, which is where she learns about the previous owner, and he doesn't know she has a connection to the house either. Because he's just on the outside, minding his own business, basically. But I thought there was an interesting kind of angle towards her. Interesting kind of how should I say this? I mean, angle, yes, but well, another wrench in the works towards her connection in the house, because there are scenes where she's staring at a door, or she's outside the house, she's just looking inside the house, kind of thing, and that really that is something the crew members notice, and it gets their attention. Like, they're wondering, okay, what's the deal with this? And they let Daryl know, and throughout the movie, he doesn't believe in the supernatural. He's skeptical towards ghosts and the paranormal, all that stuff. But it seems to me that Rebecca's more open-minded to that, even though she doesn't directly say it. That was what I noticed, what I got out of that part of it, and maybe it's because she's younger and she's more like willing to believe in that kind of stuff. I don't know, but I like that part of it too. How there's that I guess you see those that rock in their relationship, and and she kind of knows her limits towards the supernatural and paranormal and all that. I'm gonna close the door. I'll be a minute. All right. Well, I'm gonna edit those seconds out, but I'm back. And like I was saying, there's a rock between their relationship, and she knew her limits until she kind of gave in to the supernatural, and because you find out how she's connected with Albert Vance. I hope I'm saying his name right. But I like the movie. What else was I going to say? Well, there is a new crew. Like, after the previous crew members, they don't want to be involved in remodeling the house, so you have new ones and things happen to them. But Daryl is, like I said, very stubborn when it comes to believing in the supernatural. He doesn't want to accept the paranormal activity that's taking place. He thinks it's all fake. It's, kids vandalizing the house, and he thinks that the producer, she's messing with the house as well, because their relationship isn't exactly the best. So that's like her way of getting back at him. But that ends up not really being the case. And it's kind of too late before he finds that out. The only problem I had with the movie was really, I feel like they emphasized too much that Daryl wasn't willing to believe in the supernatural. I feel like they could have taken a different angle with that. Gone about that differently, because I was able to kind of figure out that part early on, and I didn't need to be reminded of it. I mean, maybe it worked in the sense that it was too late before he was willing to believe in it, even though his daughter ended up giving into it and giving into the previous owner, his spirit and what he believed in, kind of thing. And I feel like the ending could have been better. It felt a little rushed. I'm not going to spoil it. It does kind of connect with the house, which I thought was neat how they did that. And they do there's kind of a flashback at the end, and but yeah, and you kind of get the sense that, like, what's happening and what isn't happening, you know, what is true and what isn't true, because there's a part where the producer kind of like half admits that she did some of the things that went on in the house, which I don't think she did any of those things. I think she only said it to get Daryl off her back, kind of thing, because he was pissed at her when he sees her. Like, I think it's like later in the movie, he sees her. He's like, "Oh, did you do these things?" He's like, "Yeah, but she wasn't there when those things were taking place." So, you know, even though she just kind of set up Aaron for a prank, that's like the only involvement she has for things that happened to Robert and his crew. I'd say check it out though. I give it an 8 out of 10. Yes. I found it on Comcast on demand, but you can either find it on YouTube or Amazon Video. You know, either one of the two. I wish it had a physical release though for those that would like to have that, because you know it's worthy of a Blu-ray release, I think. And I'd like to kind of learn more about the movie, like behind the scenes kind of stuff. I think would be interesting to see, and you know, how they did some of the effects, such as there's a cracked mirror and it moves around. I like to see how they did some of that stuff. But thanks for watching. I didn't plan on doing this review, but I like the movie. I just want to review it, and see you guys in the next video.